Hart. What's up? How you guys doing tonight? Yeah. Feeling alright, Brian? You forgot your phone. I'm gonna call your grandfather. Everyone feeling good tonight? I'm feeling awesome. You know why? I learned a new sexual maneuver that I'm gonna share with all of you guys right now on stage. It's pretty simple. What you do, this is my lover for tonight, also on the weekends. We're going to call her Susan. And when I get down with Susan, and I'm getting busy, and I'm getting into it, I really get into it. That's when this move kicks in. When things start getting really good, and really passionate, and right at the peak of the ecstasy, when things look the best, I freeze, and remain perfectly still. I learned it on the internet. It's called buffering. 89, 90, 95, 99. Would you like to download the file? No, I'll just call it a cab. It can find its way home. I'm really excited. I'm probably too excited. I should have dressed up a little nice. I like dressing up nice when I go out. Anyone like dressing up nice to go out to the club or go out to any kind of event? Like to dress nice? Look your best? I always overdress when I go out, every time. So all my friends ask me, like, Josh, why do you dress up so much? I say, listen, when you make as much money as I do, you really have to look like you make more money, or no one's going to come home with you. So I roll up in the club, expensive drinks all night, you know, shots of this, shots of that, getting the ladies going wild, and then I bring them home, and the gloves are off, because once you're in the door, the gate comes down, and you're locked in my room with 13 cats, and water damage, and the floor is clearly a hole. Don't get too close, I'll put you down there. Now you're in the basement, you put the lotion on the faucet. And that's like a second date for me, on average. But I love women as a whole. But you guys are weird, I guess. You guys can get pregnant? Well, stop that. I'm getting really tired of that card. God, it freaks me out. You guys, you can't ever, like, think a woman's pregnant either. That's like the worst mistake you can make. I was on the HRT bus, and I saw a woman get on the bus, and I'm like, oh, she is clearly with child. I should offer her my seat. And I wanted to make everyone else feel like a douchebag, so I announced it. I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, I see that you're pregnant. Would you like to have my seat? She's like, I'm not pregnant, I'm just fat. But I will take that sandwich. Like, no, man, you should get off the bus right now and start walking. Clearly you don't understand the problem. Lazy we are, man. We're lazy people. I mean, you know, I'm a very lazy person. I smoke a lot of weed. Anyone here smoke weed? Woo! Woo! At least 3 people. I don't feel alone anymore. Listen, you guys, my intervention was not nearly as excited when I announced that. I do lazy things when I smoke weed. Like, you ever start watching TV and an infomercial comes on, and you can't find the remote? Guess you're watching Cutco knives for an hour. It doesn't go off either, and you realize, like, you can't get up, and then you just kind of fall asleep to it, and then suddenly you're having dreams about stabbing people all night, and you can't quite figure it out. My girlfriend had a dream that I stabbed her. She held it against me, in real life. I can't believe you would stab me in your dream. I can't believe you'd hold that against me. She takes all things out of proportion. She asked me those tricky girl questions, you know? Like, hey Josh, would you cheat on me with blank? But she kind of goes extreme about it. It's like, would you cheat on me with Aphrodite? You mean the embodiment of love as of Greek mythology? She's like, yes. I think I would. It's like, how dare you? And I'm like, no, you don't understand. Greek mythology is all kinds of fucked up. You don't piss off a god. She got real of it, and we got this huge argument about it. She's like, fine, who would you actually cheat on me with? And I can tell you right now, the wrong answer is Karen from work. That's not appropriate all the time, but I've got problems dating. I'm kind of an asshole. But, you know, Karen's hot, and I can't help it. I've noticed that. When I started working there, I found no one there attractive. But if you notice, the longer you work around someone, it's kind of like prison. You're like, huh, well, I could. I know she'd be down with it. I mean, look at her. Easy peasy. And then, like, that little innocent office flirting. And then you don't want to do it anymore, but they keep doing it. And then it's the weirdest sexual harassment suit I've ever seen on one of the advances on me. To be honest, though, I was kind of asking for it in the booty shorts. Not my fault. My girlfriend asked me, Josh, what would you do if I was gone? And again, I gotta tell you right now, the wrong answer is Karen from work. Again, you can't always jump to that in your mind. You can't be truthful with women all the time. It's a known fact. But apart from that, I'm quite excited. My favorite kind of enthusiasm in the world comes from TV. Commercials. Particularly the monster truck commercial. You hear it come on, Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Come on down to Hampton Coliseum. 6 feet of mud will rain from the sky. Kids' seats are just half off, but they'll only need the ledge. You'll be on the edge of your seats all night. Bring a canned food item and seats are half off. Like, how does that equate out? 1 50-cent Campbell and something like $10 off. Sweet. I always thought it'd be cool if that guy advertised, like, other stuff. He got on TV like, Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Come on down to Shady Oaks Funeral Home. Your grandmother will be buried in 6 feet of mud. Grave digger will be there. My grandma loves that show. She loves it so much, she wrote me out of the will. You guys seem like a nice crowd. You want to play a game with me? It's not that kind of game. Well, maybe it is a little. We'll talk about it. What I want you guys to do, I want anyone to like raise their hand, or even if no one else is saying it, just yell it out. What I want you guys to do for me is I want you to take your last sexual encounter, be with whoever it may be, and I want you to take the title of a movie to describe that. Is there anyone here that Gone in 60 Seconds applies to? No one's going to raise their hand on that one. You said, what movie would you pick? Driving Mistake. Are you the Samuel Jackson? Like he would be in Driving Mistake. Get the damn car! Morgan, would you be Morgan Freeman? Would you be the Morgan Freeman? Yeah. Do you do the race interplay with like the sex? Like do you like I'm a big black guy? Do you walk in the room and does he do that? That's gotta be. You can't tell. Oh, does he do that? What about you and then the white sweater? Yeah, right there. No, just first movie, Waterworld, done. It's a moisture thing. What about you? Start right there. What? I'll come back to you. Anyone else?
Too Fast, Too Furious.
Too Fast, Too Furious. It'll hurt a little bit. You should press charges. The more I think about that. Anyone else? If it's your first time, there will be blood.
Oh.
If you're a lesbian, we'll just say any of the Toy Stories. I tell you, the best time I've ever had telling that joke is that I explained it immediately, and there was this tiny little white woman, just like the little petite blonde thing, and like without even missing a beat, she jumps up and shouts, "Black Snake Moan!" And like, I was like shocked, but all the black comedians were really excited. Like, hey, I should get her number. That's a little bit racist. It's all a little bit racist here. I've noticed differences. I mean, everyone noticed differences in racism. You can't really help it. Now, I've noticed as like a highly military area, we've got a lot of single dudes in the area, don't we? Influx of them, like by the boatload. Literally, they come in by boats. And they dump them off on the street and say, here's a box of condoms, have fun. And they weren't seen for days. But it's weird because they all have different manners, like, of hitting on, like, a white guy will hit on a woman from his car. And he'll have, like, a big-ass truck or some muscle car, and he'll rev his engine up real loud, at a stoplight, you know? Sees the girl, like, and then he speeds off at 80 miles an hour through a school zone. Like, somehow putting more distance between you and the woman is an effective way of getting her phone number. Well, he sure was cute, but I guess I'll never see him again. And then, like, you know, black guy's got a different approach. He sees the girl on the sidewalk, and he follows her at 2 miles an hour, yelling at her the whole time. Hey, girl! Hey, where you going? Never mind, I'll find out. And then the Asian guy just pulls off the road and hits her. Brian will like that one. That's a little bit. We're all a little bit racist. What do white people say when we're racist? We say the following 3 words. I'm just saying. And suddenly all is forgiven in our eyes, isn't it? Like, no, Jim, what you said was clearly not bigoted and racist because you were just saying. Like, you can say anything. If you're white, you say, oh, I'm just saying. And then you play it off like, oh, no, it didn't happen. What you're doing is admitting to what you just said. In retrospect, it doesn't make any sense. It's like a vampire sucking an anemic's blood and saying, wow, this tastes really irony. No, my friend, you don't understand the definition of irony. Medical students in the house. Let's play a new game. It's like the old game. You'll enjoy it. Let's take the titles of movies for everyone here and make it a little bit easier. Why don't we take the title of a movie and apply it to the last time we used the restroom? You, sir. You raised your hand. Just go with Waterworld. It fits everything. Anyone else? The Green Mile. Again, and if it's There Will Be Blood, again, you should definitely go to a doctor. That's a real problem. Anyone else?
Black Hawk Down.
Black Hawk Down. No. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, that normally gets pretty high reviews. It's a good one. Touching. Well, not that kind of touching. You've got one. Is it bad? You're building me up. What is it here?
Booty call.
Booty call. Do you make a booty call while you're using the bathroom? I hate that. I hate when you're in the bathroom and then, like, you're trying to mask the fact that you're in the bathroom. There's that obnoxious echo. And they always have to ask you, are you in the bathroom? No. I'm in a stairway corridor. Really? I had the weirdest experience in the bathroom when someone else was on the phone in the stall next to me, and I thought he was talking to me. Which is like a weird way to get into things. It's like, hey, how you doing? And I'm like, well, I'm okay. I guess that's good. How are things going down at UPS? Everything's moving along. Packages are flowing, I guess. Turns out it was someone else. I do want to impart some wisdom with you guys before I go. And I've learned this from being a man in the area and trying to pick up women, and the easiest thing in the world is to just get a puppy, right? Get a puppy and walk it. Just go to the beach and walk it. You'll just have ladies just approach you all the time. Can I see a puppy? It's so cute. And what I've done is, you can look it up online, I've set up a program called Net Chicks, where basically we send you a new dog every month. And you take, because they don't stay cute forever, let's face it. And what you do is you send us the old dog back in an easy-to-return envelope. And then we send them to a loving home in Korea. Don't worry, they give them adorable names like Sweetie and Spicy. They love those dogs. But I really did get a new dog, and I've had the hardest time training him. And I can't bring myself to hit an animal. It's really tough on me. So what I've done is I've devised a way to train my dog. Whenever my dog pees in the carpet, what we do is me and him, we sit down and we just watch the last 2 minutes of Old Yeller. Over and over again. And when I say, see that right there? That dog peed in the carpet too. Something to think about, isn't it? Gotta get in their head. Guys, I'm Joshua Van Hart. It's been a pleasure for me working with all you guys. It's been a lot of fun. Let's bring your host back here, Brian Shelsby.